wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today's show is being brought to you by Johnson Sedanas, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That telephone number is 424-4656. If you want to make sure that your child is well taken care of, call 424-4656. Johnson Sedanas is owned by the lovely Mrs. Gloria Matthews and the handsome Mr. Paul Matthews. Once again, they are located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This program today is being made possible by your hometown groceries, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, or at 23rd at Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. When you go in the store today, look at some of the bargains, and they have some bargains that are out of sight. Robert Gates at Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King, is ready to give you that hairstyle that you want. All at Robert Gates, 2609 Northeast North Martin Luther King. You need some flowers, whether we are talking about a wedding, a funeral, or just a love signal. Call Black Florist Company, located at 8485 Northeast 23rd Street. The telephone number is 424-5715. When you think of entertainment this week, don't forget the Delta Sigma Theta celebration. And it is a celebration. It will be held at Tinker Airfield Base, on the base and Tinker Field. Sponsored by the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. This is Clara Luper, and I'm on my way to the state convention of the NAACP, which will be held in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If it's anything I enjoy in life, it's to get up every morning and watch for the sunshine. This morning I had the opportunity to leave Oklahoma City at 6:30 a.m. And I'm now passing Support, Oklahoma, looking at the trees as they tell their story, the story that fall is here. The leaves must change colors, and the earth must prepare for the winter. This is such a pleasure. And Calvin Luper, where are you, Calvin? Well, Calvin is ahead of me, and he has just passed the purple. We are on our way to the convention, which will be held at the Tulsa Marriott Hotel, located at 1902 Northeast 71st Street. Today's delegation is being headed by Andre Carbon and David Duplessis. What an opportunity. And we do have 30 representatives from the Oklahoma City and Langston area. Certainly, we would like to salute Langston University and that outstanding president, Dr. Ernest Holloway, because Langston University is well represented at the NAACP State Convention. We don't know about these other schools, whether they will be represented or not, but we do know that Langston University is here. I want to thank you all so much for all you've done for our families, especially the people at the Emmanuel Baptist Church and what they did during the death of Mrs. Harper. We thank you so very much, and your kindness will never be forgotten. I'm trying to connect with Calvin. Calvin, where are you? Well, I'm sure Calvin is somewhere.
Mom, let me say this. Calvin. Let me say good morning, first of all, to Oklahoma City, to the Oklahoma community. Let me say a special good morning to you. It's such a blessing to have an opportunity to be attending another NAACP convention, state convention. And it's all because of you, Clara Luper. And we appreciate it. You being an advisor, you being the senior advisor for all these years and motivating and pushing us to keep on going forward. But this is a good time. This is a great time in Oklahoma because I got the goodness riding with me. I got a car full of beautiful people here, Mom, and we're going to that convention over here in Tulsa. You know what we're going over here for? Not for no football game, not for no basketball game, but to be remotivated might be the good word to say, but then have an opportunity to be around other people that feel the same way as we do, that understanding that the fight for freedom ain't over, that freedom ain't free, that we got an opportunity to vote, and we got to get together and get it all together, you know. But all of that will be coming up. I'm right here at Link Ranch on my way to Tulsa. But, Mom, can I pass the phone around, or you want to talk some more? You don't want to talk anymore. Hello? So you don't want to talk. Okay, well, let me continue to talk. Who I have with me now will be, first of all, somebody, Lex, I need to talk back with you, man, because somebody. Hello?
Yes, Calvin.
Okay.
The race
Are
is
you
on
still with me?
Of the convention.
Do we need to pull over?
No.
Well, I can't hear you talking, but Mom, I know
you can't hear me.
Talk on what?
Okay, I want to hear from Mrs. Bosie Walker as I see it.
Well, Bosie Walker ain't ready for as I see it yet. This ain't her time.
Do you see Mrs. Bosie Walker?
Well, as I see it, she's trying to see it. She's helping me try. We're going to get on down the highway.
Well, grab Mrs. Bosie Walker.
Hello?
Do you have her? Kevin, I don't hear Mrs. Bosie Walker. Oh, it's nothing as beautiful as the sunshine, reflections in the eastern part of Oklahoma. We are in Tulsa now. You just passed the Creek Turnpike. And we are really in Tulsa County. Calvin? I haven't been able to do anything with Calvin this week because last week he had the opportunity to sing in front of Mr. Kenneth from St. John Baptist Church, one of the outstanding musicians. Calvin has been bragging all the week, I had the opportunity to perform before Kenneth Steele. I say, go, Calvin, go. This is Clara Luper, and certainly I'm on my way with a bunch of young people, dignified young people that realize their responsibility. I'm with David Duplessis, Charles Camper, Erica Camper, Jessica Camper, Unique Imbu, Andre Carbon, Christian Walker. I am with Darius Franklin. I am with Destiny Murray, Shayla Bates, Jason Johnson, and an entire delegation from Langston University. What can you say about a university professor that will see to it that his school is here represented at the NAACP State Conference? There are a lot of things that we could tell you today, but what's better than to tell you that we are on our way to the NAACP Convention. The NAACP is the oldest and the largest civil rights organization in America. And there will not be any students at Oklahoma University, Oklahoma State University, and others if it had not been for the NAACP by black students. Because no black students could go to those universities until Ada Lord Scipio, through the work of the NAACP.
Ada Lord Scipio, NAACP.
And one thing about it, we cannot forget the bridge that we crossed over. That's why, in spite of everything, the NAACP continues to roll. Reverend Moore, Edward Moore from Oakmulgee, Oklahoma, will speak at this big youth luncheon today. And at this luncheon, you will hear from our own people. You will hear Leon singing at the luncheon today.
Okay.
You will hear Essence Shea from Tulsa, Oklahoma, singing. It will be a luncheon that you will remember.
I think I'll just pull over here. What you think, bro?
These workshops will be conducted by various professional
You're on two different times.
And we are really excited about it. Well, we're about to catch up with Calvin, and this is good news because we are certainly going to catch him. And when we catch up with Calvin, everything will be all right. Calvin? Yes, Calvin.
Yes, Mom. I'm at 220 mile marker.
We're in these beautiful vans, and we are on our way.
I'm at 220 mile marker. I am so happy.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. And today is a very special show because you are very special people. And you are listening. You have listened to us through the years. And we are very, very now. And you're going to hear from Calvin. Calvin, we have finally made connection.
It's going to be a little more original here. We're fortunate enough to have the president of the Oklahoma State NAACP Youth Council. We got some of the advisors there. We just pulled over and no need to do anything like that. Okay, now we talked to the president of the vice president.
Well, he is serving as president today. Okay, Mr. President, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Okay.
I feel good about going on to the NAACP Convention.
And you're heading this delegation.
Right.
Okay. Ms. Callahan, will you tell us what you're going to do today?
Yes, I'm excited about doing an education training. The educational training, what I'll try to stress is that education is not just for learning, it's for making money and surviving of our race. So what I'll try to do is help kids understand what they need to get out of education, not just to go to school or to please their parents, but to really look at how they can support themselves and their family and generations to come. And so I'm excited about going and making that happen.
Well, you're certainly going to make it happen because the race is on. Maryland, what are you doing today?
I'm on my way to Tulsa, Oklahoma to the NAACP State Convention. During the state convention, I'll be conducting the AXO workshop for the state of Oklahoma because we must make sure that all of our children have the opportunity to become successful. And success comes through preparation, and preparation comes from a great education and being prepared. We must push our young people, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to Tulsa.
Okay, Marilyn, thank you. Here's the president of the Langston branch, Jason Johnson.
Hello, how y'all doing today? I'm going to the NAACP State Convention to create new leaders for tomorrow. That is one of the missions of the NAACP is to promote leadership and harmony. I'm going to let y'all back to Miss Clara Luper.
Okay, tell us about that delegation you have brought here.
I have brought delegates from the Langston chapter of Langston University. We are young scholars and leaders of tomorrow. We got Regent scholars. We have McCabe scholars. We have everything that you could possibly want to be.
Okay, thank you. And certainly we would like to thank Dr. Holloway, and we will be ready for that big homecoming out to Langston. I have another advisor here. And tell me what you're doing.
Good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gwen Roberts, and I'm on my way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to our state NAACP convention. And I feel that we're going to get some very important information today. And I'm looking forward to being a big part of this delegation.
It is a beautiful delegation. And here, as I see it, Rosie Walker. Rosie Walker is looking good today. How do you see it today, Mrs. Walker?
As I see it.
As I see it, there will be a complete turnout for the election this year. Everybody's going to vote. And as I see it, more parents are going to get involved in the school. Please do, so that there will be less of our children going to the penitentiary. Please, as I see it. As I see it, you're looking really pretty today, all in those blue and those beautiful earrings. Calvin, what do you think?
Mom, I don't know what I'm thinking. but I know this, that I'm going to hang up off of this line and come on another line. Come on that line with you. Because it's such a pleasure, such a thrill being a part of the Clara Luper Radio Show. I want to remind all of you that this part of the program is being brought to you not only by Hometown, IGNA there at 23rd and Martin Luther King, not only by Allstate Insurance, not only by the Oklahoma City NAACP Youth Council, not only by Miss Black Oklahoma, not only by, but because of some very special people, we're here today. Lex, I'm going to cut off of this line. I'm just going to go straight on Mom's line, okay? That sounds good to me. So hold on, Oklahoma City. Here we come with one of the best interviews you've ever heard. Back to you, Mom.
Yes, there are a lot of things that we could tell you about today. But we must tell you about one of our advisors, our transportation advisor that's here today. And he's looking good just like a man should. Mr. Rodell Horton retired is...
Fine. So glad to be with you. Glad to be going to this function. And I guess I could be selling some cars, but I don't want you to come up today, but do come up later. You know, I'm at John Vance Motors, I-35 and South Guthrie exit. Got 13 lines of cars. So come up to see me. We can get you on. We got all credit positions. We can get you good credit, bad credit, any kind of credit. Just come see Rodell up at John Vance Motors, I-35 and South Guthrie exit.
Thank you, Mr. It's so good to have Mr. Hornbeak back with us. You know, he's been ill, but he's doing fine now. Calvin, what about it?
Oh, Mom, there's so many good things happening here. You know, I'm enjoying not only the beautiful weather that we have in Oklahoma, but especially around here in the Tulsa area. And it's a very different experience and some very different opportunities that we have when we realize how beautiful our nation is, how beautiful our country is. But then when we realize that the challenges and the promises that we have ahead of us. So I have with me now a young lady, and I'm so glad to meet and so glad to be on the air with. I think she's glad to be on. I can't tell. She ain't smiling. You don't go. Why don't you introduce yourself to the Clara Luper Radio Show audience and let people know what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Calloway, and I'm here just helping people know that they need to go down and get a sample of the state ballot, because there are over 9 state referendum questions that ask you for a lot of state tax dollars, as well as look at who you're voting for. The state ballot is very long. It will take you more than a run-in minute, and you need to know what ballots are in there, or you will have a lot of taxes coming out of your pay. So it's just I'm Cynthia Calloway here, and just saying, not only just vote, please do, but go down and get a sample of that ballot and really check out and read what they say, because you'll be surprised at how much money they want to take out of your state taxes.
You're telling it like it is. And you have a sample ballot in your hand. Actually, you have the official absentee ballot in your hand. And on there now, should I vote? Now, let's see. It's presidential. I can just vote straight party here.
Correct.
How can I mix my vote up? Is there a way to do that? I see a couple names.
Do not vote for a straight party.
Do not vote a straight party. That's your suggestion. You know, Cynthia is going over here to the, Ms. Calloway is going over here to the NAACP state meeting to discuss the voting deal. Good things happen. I invite you to keep listening now. We got a little bit more coming up, and we'll go on from there. I will go back to Clara Luper now, but then I'm going back to her because of the fact that she is here. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, live and in beautiful living color. It's one of the most unusual spots that we've ever had a radio show from. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Calvin. Here's Mrs. Leola Ford, one of our outstanding advisors, and she's looking good today. Mrs. Ford, how are you?
thank you, Mrs. Luper. Good morning, radio audience. It's a pleasure. We're having fun to be with these wonderful youth. We're looking forward to listening and learning all we can. So thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ford. A report will be made today by David. David, where are you?
David who, Mom?
David Duplessis.
David Duplessis.
Yes, David's here, ready to go. David.
Hello. The activities for the Oklahoma State NAACP Youth Council during October 2003 through October 2004. We have meetings each Monday night. We are taught on how to conduct meetings. Voters registration, we call people we know to ask to get them to register. We go to schools and grocery stores for registration also. We have short sessions on manners, Black history, grammar, job interviews, spelling bees, and community lectures. We also talk about discrimination in schools, jobs, and race. We work with officers with fighting crimes and signs saying, no dope, get out and vote, and also participating in community parades.
Well, thank you, David. I know that David is really excited because he will have an opportunity to stand in front of delegates from all over the state of Oklahoma and to make his report. Calvin, you're going to change and be in here with us? Thank you. We'll send the president up to another one. Here we are, thinking about what we are going to do when we get to this convention. Now, Marilyn has told you what she's going to do, and now we are about ready to tell you what we are going to do. Okay, many of you have called us this week, and we would like to tell you thank you. We would like to tell you how much we love you. We would like to tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate what you have done for us. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this part of the show is brought to you by the Delta Sigma Theta sorority that will be having a big Halloween party on April the 30th, and you are required to be there. You will have the time of your life. The time of your life you will have. And I would certainly like to thank those of you that have supported everything that we have ever tried to do. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. And we are now in that great city of Tulsa. It used to be very, very special. Okay, well, that's all right. That's all right. So we are moving out, and if you can't hear us, we can hear you. This is Clara Luper. We are a long ways from home, but we will be home again. This is Clara Luper.
Well, let me talk, Ma. Let me talk, son. You always want to talk. Just because this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, we had reception. Lex, how's no reception coming through? Oklahoma City, how's the reception coming through? You know, we're ready. We're ready to go on. We're ready to go on, getting closer to the Marriott Hotel over here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good things happen when you listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show, not only because you're listening, but then I invite you to call that friend, call that neighbor, invite them to be a part of it. We'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell. And this is a little different. And it's, I'm sitting next to one of our top advisors. I'm looking back at some of our young people that are going over here for their first convention. One little lady back there trying to play sleep. She want to make sure that she's not on the air today. But then there are others that are in the other vehicles that are behind us because of the fact that freedom ain't free. You know, it takes a lot to be free. Sometimes people think that they can pay their way out of slavery. Sometimes people think they can act their way out of slavery. But it takes a combination of all those things to be free. Freedom ain't free. You got to do something. You got to do more than just talk that talk. You got to walk that walk. In order to walk that walk, we want you to tell everybody to make sure that they listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show so they can find out about what's going to be happening over at the Oklahoma State NAACP Convention. There's going to be some events this evening that are exciting. There's going to be some events. There's going to be some workshops that are going on. You heard a little bit about the different workshops. For instance, on the voter registration. For instance, on housing. For instance, on education. But these are something where people from across our great state, and I'm not just talking about black folk. I ain't talking about just white folk. I'm talking about folks that are concerned about our future. Together we can do it. Together we must do it. Great things do happen. Also, Oklahoma, have no fear. NAACP is here. Oklahoma City, have no fear. The NAACP is there. We need your help. If you're not a member of the NAACP, I invite you now to become a member. As Coco would say, every Monday night at 7 p.m., we do have a workshop. We do have meetings there at the Freedom Center located at 2609 North Martin Luther King. But this part of the program is being brought to you by none other. Say, Mom, you still have that book, Behold the Walls. No, we don't talk about that book, Behold the Walls. Let's talk about something else. Now, let's talk about Allstate. You talk about Allstate, because I know where Allstate is located. And if it's moved, it must have moved just a few minutes ago because it's 730 West Britain Road, 843-0811. Nobody's there now, maybe, but then what we want you to do, if you have any insurance needs, your helicopter, your boat, your car, your home, your life, any of your insurance needs, give us an opportunity just to give you a quote. The best agents, and I have to brag on them because I have to tell you the truth, my sister Merlin Hildred is one of the top agents in the nation. And she has a fantastic staff, including April Hildred and, of course, yours truly. But then, see, sometimes they say it's a poor dog that don't wag his own tail. And I'm wagging my tail over here in Tulsa because I'm not going to go to, I'm not going to tell Robert Bird that, but then I'm going to just say it like it is. Allstate Insurance, Merlin Hildred, 843-0811, 730 West Britain Road. So, Mom, we got some good things that are going to be happening in Oklahoma City the next couple of weeks. But we have some great things that are happening this week, and I'm so proud of it. So proud of the fact that that once again we have an opportunity to go to the convention. Some of us would like to go to the game down at OU today until you win, but then all the time football is not all that important. We're proud of those athletes that have performed so well in high school this week, and I'm especially proud of one young man there, but I'll brag about him a little later. But I'm going to turn it back over now to my dear, my sweet, my dynamic, my vivacious. What other adjective can I tell? Well, you put an adjective in there for me. Talking about none other than Clara Luper. Sometimes she tells me to shut up and let her talk. This is one of those times that she's saying, shut up and let me talk. Hello, Mom.
Hello, Calvin. You may continue to talk because we are now in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma, a town that's known throughout history, a town that many of you remember about what happened here in the 20s. But I want to tell you one thing. I want you to get ready and get out and vote. If you notice, all we've tried to do in our program is to acquaint you with the real issues and the candidates. We have invited every candidate to be on our radio show. But some of them look at us just like the Ku Klux Klans and go the other way. That's okay, too. We are still in business. And if you don't believe people listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show, you ask them and they will tell you. I want to tell you that Calvin, it's not in your business. I want to tell you about State Representative O.P.O. Toure. O.P.O. Toure has represented us well. He has been on the battlefield for a long time. Regardless of what conditions existed, we knew that we could call on We would like to thank you, opioids, from the bottom of our hearts. Those of you that you know opioid has helped you, why don't you go outline help him? You can go by his headquarters on North of Martin Luther King. You'll see that big sign. Go in there and say to opioid, I want to help you. What can you help him do? Don't ask me, ask him. Now, there will be a big marching in on November the 2nd. A big marching in. A big marching. At that time, it will be one of the largest marching in history. Calvin wants to tell you about it.
Oh, I'll be happy to tell you about the march-in that's coming in. But then I also want to remind all of you that that OPO's office is there. OPO Torre, Representative Torre, Reverend Torre, Attorney Torre, but then he's been a good representative. I hate to brag on him, but then I have to brag on him because of the fact that he has stood up not only for District 97, not only for District 99, but for the entire state of Oklahoma, no matter what race, creed, or color you are, OPO, an outstanding representative. I kind of like to endorse him, but then my endorsements don't mean much, but it means a lot when it comes from the heart. And when you see somebody doing a good job, you got to tell it like it is or shut up. And I'm not going to shut up because OPO has done a great job. But we're going over here now. We're at the NAACP Convention, and there are many of you who often ask, why the NAACP? Why would you still be involved, Clara Luper? Why would Merlin still be involved? Why are you involved, Calvin? Why are some of these kids involved in the NAACP? And I'm going to make it quite simple to you. It's because of the fact that we're looking forward to the future. We can look back and remember the great things that we've done, but we didn't do it by ourselves. It hadn't been for an organization formed 1909, 1907, 1907, I believe it was. Am I right? Yeah. The NAACP got together not only for us black people, not only for those of us that call ourselves colored, not only for, those of us who be red, if you want to call it red, but not only for those who may be white, but it got together to make sure that we all would have a better city, a better state, a better nation, and a better world. Together we can do it. I invite you, I challenge you to become a member of the NAACP. Now, you may not agree with everything we do. You may not agree with everything that we want to do, but you will have an opportunity to voice your opinion, be you a Democrat or a Republican. It's not every 4-year thing. This is something that happens every Monday night at the Freedom Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The NAACP Youth Council meets there. You have an opportunity there to voice your opinion and state what you want to do. We got some great leadership coming up. We got some great people going on. We got some good things that will be happening. But it can't happen. It will happen with or without you. I think somewhere in history, you said that out of 10 black folk, 10 folk, only 1 or 2 of us appreciate freedom. And I'm glad to say that in this vehicle that I'm in, and the vehicles that are behind me, that the numbers are better than that. Things are changing. Things can change. Teach your kids to read. Make sure that you read to your kids. Make sure that you understand what's happening. The ballot is out. The absentee ballot is out. All you have to do is to make that choice. Now, you can pray a lot, pray a little, pray around. But then the big thing is on that Tuesday, when that opportunity comes, you to voice your opinion, not only to the Lord and for the Lord, but for all of us. Because, see, we got to work this mess out together. We can do it if you go out and if you vote. If you're not registered voter, shame on you. And mothers, daughters, papas, and sons, if you got a kid that's not a registered voter, shame on you. Shame on them, shame on you. So the responsibility, you see, does not just stop with you, but it stops with our entire family. Because it takes a family to make a village. It takes a village to make a city. It takes a city to make a state. It takes a state to make a nation. we got to do something together to make sure that we have a better city, a better state, and better nation. All right, am I right, Mom? You kind of agree with me. Boy, if Mom agrees with me, boy, y'all know there's something going on, but she kind of agrees with me. Okay.
Certainly, I'll agree with you, and I urge you to join that great march in. We're going to march into the election polls and vote. Vote for your choice. I don't know who you want for president, and that's your business, but whatever you do, I want you to vote. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and we are in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma, the site of the 2004 NAACP Convention. You know, sometimes you have people that will look at you and say, why do you continue to support the NAACP? Well, I can tell you why. Because I'm black. And if I were white, I would support the NAACP. If I were colored. Because some people, I feel so sorry for some black folks who think they have grown beyond the NAACP. But I can tell you one thing. If you believe that, you talk to the people in Edmond, talk to the people in Ada, talk to the people in Lawton, talk to the people around you. Well, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show. And this is the subject. You know, I was talking to a very distinguished person. I said, well, if you don't want to come out and support us. If you don't want to do that, I'll tell you one thing you can do. I'll tell you one thing that we can do. If you don't want to support us, if you don't want to support us, you can help the young people. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show.
All right. It certainly is, Mom, and I know that you got many things on your little paper up there in front of you. There's a lot of things going on. But then the only reason a lot of things are going on is because you stay busy. You know, it's something about being around Clara Luper. It's something about being around somebody who wants to make sure that we make improvements no matter where we are. Something about being around a young lady that's not only a dreamer, but she puts her dreams, she puts it all together. You know, she's dreaming. She'll tell you about the dream, and by golly, gee whiz, you look up and she's out there doing it. But we're here. We're here. You're there. You sitting back. By now, I know you called that friend, called that neighbor, and told them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show. We're running a little tight on time here. I'm not sure exactly what time it is, but I know it's time for you to make sure that you talk to that neighbor. Talk to that friend and told them that we got to get out and vote. We got to get out and become members of the NAACP. We've got to. You know, no matter what color your neighbor is, you know, just tell them we got to be a part of it. But then, ain't nothing like education. I was thinking about what my grandma used to say. Education is good, Cal, but if you don't understand what you're reading, ain't no need in you trying to read it. And then if you can't read, you don't understand what you're doing no way. So the big thing is that we've got to get it together to make sure that our schools, that make sure that in our homes that we're teaching our young people, one, to read, two, to understand what's going on. And what's going on is very dependent on what you know. If you don't know nothing, ain't nothing going to happen. You know, if nothing going to happen, it's because you don't know nothing. If you can't read, can't write, can't add, you got a problem. Mr. Hornbeck could tell you that. He couldn't sell a car if he couldn't read, couldn't write, and couldn't add up because the figures count. Hey, if you think I'm joking, you go out and you try to buy you you just go out and try to buy something you can't read and you can't write. You see how difficult it is. So I'm challenging all of Oklahoma City. I'm challenging all of you who are listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show live in the beautiful living color today to make sure that you become a part of it. You can become a part of it by learning to read, learning to write, and making sure that you understand that. Make sure you vote because it will happen. Changes can come about if you want to change. Some of us are stuck in the status quo. You know, we just want it like it is, like it was, and that sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think that if you look at the record of Oklahoma, of District 99, District 97, there might be a time, there is a time for a definite change. But good things do happen because of the fact this part of the program is being brought to you by a little well-known organization called the Miss Black Oklahoma. Miss Black Oklahoma pageant statewide. And we're there. We're there. We're Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. Want the escorts and the pages and the other people involved in it to realize that it is a statewide program. I'm so proud of Oklahoma City because we come today with a dynamic leadership. We come with a young man that is prepared to do it. Mama got me just talking. See, any other time, she don't let me talk like that. Somebody check the clock for me. What time we got? Now, what time? It's that time. It's getting close. Mr. Nero running away. He want to make sure he don't be on there. Yes, ma'am. I need everything. Okay. Hold on.
Calvin, you can't go far because you got to sing. And you have never sung in Tulsa before. You've got to sing like you have never sung before. Come on, Calvin. Okay. Mr. Nero, how are you? I haven't spoken to you this morning. I haven't seen you since we left Oklahoma City. How are you feeling?
I'm doing just fine, Miss Luper, just fine this morning. Morning, Oklahoma City. Good morning, Oklahoma City. Wow, we're in the wonderful town of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're going to have a wonderful time with our youth this morning. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, Ms. Luper.
Yes, only the strong survive. Only the strong survive. The NAACP Youth Council is very proud of the sponsors and the children that I succeed. We have a lot of hypocrites who grin in your face and tell you that I'm with you, but when the time comes, they go in a different direction. But that's okay now because we have 30 young people. We have 30 young people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you didn't come, it's certainly your fault. Mr. Darius Franklin is here. Oh, they are looking good just like young people should. How can you educate young people unless you can motivate them? And if coming to this beautiful hotel here in Tulsa will not motivate you, I don't know what will. We are all here ready to do our best. Ms. Roberts has already pre-registered our young people. Some people say, Ms. Luper, I can't come because I don't feel good. Well, stay at home till you feel good because it's going to be a long, long time before you feel good. Either it will be too hot, too cold, too rainy, or what have you. I want to thank you all because I told you that Nancy Davis was ill. I asked you not to visit her because what she needs more than anything else is rest. And I would like to thank you. Thank you for thinking about her. You have some cards. Why don't you send those cards to her home? Why don't you send those cards to her home? Calvin is really excited here because Calvin knows it's his time, and you know you got to sing happy birthday.
Mom, I'll be so happy to sing happy birthday. And it's a very special happy birthday. I wish you'd hang out here with me because we perform many places. It's not like Times Square. It's not like there in Philadelphia on the Walkway. It's not like New Jersey. It's not like in Juarez, Mexico. But this is a very special place because of the fact that we're celebrating not only a birthday, but a celebration because the Oklahoma State NAACP is meeting again. I think this is not their first convention, nor will it be their last. Whether I'm here, whether Mom's here, or whether you're here. But if your heart is here, we want you to be a part of it. So I call that friend. Okay.
Say hello to the people.
Okay. Hello, young leader. What's your name, huh?
Thais.
Thais.
He will be giving a response.
He'll be giving a response? Okay, one ran away. You got to go. I know you got to go, Mom, but I got to get this off my chest. Because I got to get, because Oklahoma. Happy birthday, NAACP. Happy birthday, Oklahoma State NAACP. Happy birthday, happy celebration to you. May we, shall we have many, many more. We gotta go. I'm going in here now. Fighting for freedom. Freedom ain't free. Freedom ain't cheap, but one thing about it, we can work it out if we work together. Vote. Make sure you vote. If you don't vote, don't talk to us, but keep listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show live in beautiful living color. We want you to be a part of it. Thank you so much, KTLV. Thank you, Lex, for the connections and the work that you've done today. I would send you a check, but by the time I send it, you wouldn't appreciate it. But I will say this to you. You've been good, but it ain't nothing as good as the NAACP. Love you dearly. Hope that you become a member of this wonderful organization. Goodbye. This is Clara Luper Radio Show. This is Calvin saying goodbye, and we do love you. Stay out of trouble. If you get in trouble, call a good lawyer. But then let's hope that you don't get in any trouble. We love you dearly. See you later.